In the nightcap, the biggest game that everyone was paying attention to was the college football playoff matchup between Penn State and Boise State, um, where I believe the Nittany Lions were an 11.5 point favorite, and they did pull out the victory over Boise State, getting the victory 31-14. And, you know, I had said it earlier in the week that I thought it would be a blowout, which looking at the score, you would think that that's what it was. If you didn't watch the game and you're just looking at the box score, if you're just looking at this Facebook Live now, you would think Boise State got blown out. But the Broncos were truly able to hold their own in a lot of aspects of the game. There were moments where truly you could see, all right, Penn State is supposed to be here. But there were moments too where Boise State proved that they had earned the opportunity to play in that ball game. Obviously, it wasn't a barn burner. It wasn't a last-second field goal or anything. It wasn't a, ESPN top 100 type game or classic game or anything like that. But it proved that group of five teams, if they continue to play well in the years upcoming, that they will get opportunities to showcase that they belong just as much as any other Power Four school across the country. And who knows what could possibly happen in the future. We don't know what type of upsets, what type of things could happen where a team could come out with a victory, similar to the way LSU did. Penn State came out and was clicking very early. They had a 14-0 lead. And as they continued to build, Boise State eventually trailed by just 10 points. And I believe, well, no, actually they trailed by 3 points at one point in the third quarter. Yeah, it was 17-14 at one point in the game. Obviously, the eyeballs were all on Ashton Jeanty, the Heisman runner-up, so to speak, the people's choice for the Heisman Trophy winner. Obviously, the trophy itself going to Colorado's Travis Hunter. But Penn State came out with the game plan that everybody across the country knew that they would have. If you stop Ashton Jeanty and make Boise State one-dimensional, then you are going to win the ball game. Everybody knew that that's what it took. But Jeanty was able to have moments of success. He finished with 30 carries, 104 yards, no scores. Early on, he, like I said, was bottled up. There were a lot of moments where you could see the Boise State offensive line were getting knocked back. Like, I think it was one point, the defensive tackle, they were trying to run like a gap scheme or counter or power or something like that. And the defensive tackle split a double team. And the only reason that Ashton Jeanty got some yards was because he was shifty in the backfield. He made some plays and was able to get past the D tackle because he juked him out really quickly. But other than that, Penn State was able to keep him bottled up. The quarterback for Boise State, Maddox Madsen, threw 3 interceptions, but a lot of those were in late parts of the game as he was trying to will his team back into it, especially once they went down 2 scores. And, when a team knows that all you're going to do is throw the football, they're putting their ears back, they're pinning their ears back, they're bringing their best rush, their best blitz, they're dropping guys in coverage, and they're looking to make plays on the football. That's exactly what Penn State did. So a big credit to Boise State for getting to this point. I don't think they were supposed to be a 3 seed, and I think that will be reevaluated in the years to come for the CFP, of what things will happen. Like, if you win your conference championship, does it give you an automatic, top 4 seed, or do we just get rid of college football conference championships altogether and just say, all right, here's the best, the top 12 teams or the best 12 from what the committee says. Let's roll with it. Let's see them by, all right, this is the number 1 team in the country. This is the number 2 team in the country. Because in this instant, obviously I don't think Boise State is the 3rd best team in the country, but they did deserve to be one of the top 12 teams in the country because of what they had done throughout the season. So like I said, hats off to Boise State for even getting to this point and being able to compete, here in the college football playoff. Penn State will now move on to the next round of the playoffs with that victory that they had. Um, can't remember who it is that they're going to be playing. I think they get the winner of Ohio State and Oregon. Might have to go back and look at that to double check. Matter of fact, I ain't doing that. So I could just look it up real quick. College football playoff bracket. Okay. There's the bracket. Of course, my phone wants to load really slowly. All right. No, they get the winner of the Sugar Bowl tonight. They get the winner of Notre Dame and Georgia. That's right, because people were saying, I think ESPN was saying that they're going to go in and be the underdog uh, in either scenario, um, which should be interesting. Penn State has quote unquote had the easy route to get here to this point. Obviously, getting a 28-point victory over SMU in the first round, and then 17-point victory over Boise State last night. So that will be their really true test that they'll get coming up in the semifinal. That game will be the Orange Bowl on January 9th. That'll be a 6:30 kick. So they have 8 days to get ready for whoever that opponent is coming out of the Sugar Bowl there in New Orleans from tonight, which myself, I will be traveling down there, going to check that game out.